The guy who posted this is blonde, and unironically, I've never met a grown adult male who's also a natural blonde that I would trust at all. Blonde men is the only type I subscribe to phrenology, because, like, what do you mean? You're an adult who's blonde naturally? There is something just so sinister about blonde men. I can't put my finger on it, but it's just gross.
I do have a septum. Oh my god. That is so good. I'm so proud of you. Yes, I do have a septum ring. Anytime someone comments septum piercing theory, it's like on wildly different videos. Like it will not, like it doesn't matter what I'm talking about. Like it'll always be like septum piercing theory. And it genuinely holds no weight because at that point you're just like pointing out the fact that I have a piercing. There's no substance behind this statement. You're just pointing out the fact that I have a ring in my face that I paid for. I know it's in there. I think everybody else can see it. It's 8 gauge. It's not that unnoticeable. We can see it. We see it. It's right there. What is this? What does that even mean?
You can see the trauma in her eyes, so sad. And she replied, I just have autism. You can see the pain in her DIH. Oh my god, I just peeped the pronouns. I'm so sorry.
Stay away from women with septum piercings. They are horrible people. They are the most evil beings that you will ever encounter on this game that we call life. All right? You know about the devil, but what if I told you there's a reincarnated form walking and roaming this earth and all they got is a septum piercing? And I get what you're saying. Why would you just typecast one group of people, right? It's because it's always been true. Yeah, I get what you're saying. But bro, everybody with a septum piercing, they happen to be like the sexiest people on earth. That's true. But that is to compensate for how bad of a person they are on the outside. You feel what I'm saying? It's like their heavenly restriction if you know Jujutsu Kaisen. They're going to be so sexy, it has to get balanced out with a flaw. This flaw being that they are evil and bad people. They cannot have both, gang. Just the way you're reacting to this information, I'm already knowing you're not going to listen to my warning, bro. But when you go and tap in because you're being curious, you know what curiosity did to the cat, right? That's the same thing that's going to happen to you. But on the inside, shit's going to numb you. It's going to desensitize you. You're not going to want any other woman after that. You dance with the devil, buddy. I tell you all the time, bro, this shit don't come from nowhere. I speak from experience, gang. Look, and don't make fun of me when I say this, gang. She was light-skinned. She was a nurse. She had a septum piercing. And when it was time to do that you know what tattoo she had on her thigh? She had the rose tattoo with the peacock. But you're not gonna listen to me though, right? Okay.
I think for most of them, the ones that I've met are people that maybe they've had tragic things happen to them. You know, maybe they got abused at some point. Maybe a family member did something to them. Or maybe some of them, it's a situation where maybe they started even indulging at a younger age. You see, so like they have all these horrible, tragic things happen to them, and to some extent, like for most of them, you see, they have little to no things to lose. Like, how can I say, they are more of they don't have anything to lose. They are not in a position or to be able to prove anything to anyone. They don't even try to be better. For some of them, they've just maybe sort of given up on life. They're just there, like existing. I don't know if you know what I'm trying to say, but like this septum theory, it can be true. Most of these people, they have like some trauma somewhere, so they live with it. They've embraced it. It's been part of them. They don't try to change. They try to hang on to that, and they make it part of their personality.
Telling women that they need to change certain aspects about themselves to accommodate and prevent men from essaying them is showing men that some women deserve it. And that they can absolutely get away with it no matter what, as long as they pick the right woman. Women are not going to change what they wear, how sober they are, where they go, what time they go places, and who they're with simply because men cannot control themselves. Hold them accountable and stop punishing
I
women
think
for
that's a West take. I think my take on this is the people that I don't think men, we think that maybe the reason why women maybe get raped and all that is because of what they wear. No, no. Those people who do those things to women, they are sick in the head and they need help. It's those bad actors that have problems, and it's not to say it's because women don't dress appropriately, because I've never heard of any woman being raped or groped at the beach because she's wearing a bikini. So that can't be the reason. The reason is there are bad actors out there and they do bad things.
Septum theory. Okay, here's my septum theory. The reason that conservatives don't like piercings or tattoos is because they're visual indicators of maturity. You have to be 18 to get them without a parent's permission. And most people who have an excess of them, it means they've been getting them for years, and they've been working on it for years, aka they're an adult.
There's also certainly some more things to be said about confidence in yourself, confidence to go outside the status quo, and bodily autonomy.
I think that also proves the septum theory. If you heard what she says, I think that's a West take.
The septum piercing is a sign of the ultra-woke, anti-capitalist progressives. It also doubles as a bottle opener.
It's more than just a piercing. It actually doubles as a Wi-Fi antenna, so I can always stream progressive podcasts.
So we all learned in second grade that when someone doesn't have a comeback and they resort to personal insult instead, that it's not a real argument, that it's juvenile, embarrassing, and immature. Like, we know this, and yet we resort to it anyway. I could post a video about quite literally anything, and there will be at least one comment in there saying, septum ring theory. You think I'm gonna listen to a septum ring and microbangs? Okay, but what does that have to do with anything?
Because of maybe your reasoning behind the video you've posted, your views on the subject, your take on the subject. That's the reason why some people would relate to say, you know what, I think it's the nose or the septum theory, because to most extent you prove the point.
Like, if you really hated the video that much, if you disagree with me that much, why don't you have a rebuttal? Why do you have no words? Why do you literally not have any response at all? If you cannot formulate a response, a rebuttal to my argument, then you don't have a point. Like, you do not have a point if you cannot defend it and explain why I'm wrong. Like, at least give me, like, a statistic that you got from an unreputable source. Like, at least try. Like, give me one thing that does not pertain to my gender or my appearance. Literally anything. You can't. Does that not say something? That you're not even willing to engage in a conversation? That you can't even defend your point? Like, what world are we living in? And it, like, gets to a point because are you, like, attracted to me? Like, why are you obsessed with me? Why are you commenting on all my videos? Are you in love with me?
Oh man, she's getting agitated. I think it must be irritating. I understand. Imagine I post every video I post, somebody's commenting about something about myself. I would, I would not take it properly. But again, also maybe if you're in the business of making TikToks and all that, people will have their views unless you turn off your comments.